Tendoly Spies, Paralympics Special, Part 3, the finale. Following from the previous part, Mazdazar becomes a raven and dragon hybrid giant as their true form. As a young man sees this and transforms into a giant by the name of Ultraman Arc and attacks them, making the Zect Rangers, Minamoto Sisters, Kira Cures, Cosmic Fury Rangers, Kamen Rider Gav, Ladybug, and the Tendoly Spies amazed, with Aishiro recognizing the giant back from fake Coberton's attack. However, Arc gets beaten when Mazdazar multiplies himself into three, their first form, a raven, and a dragon, to counterattack him. Suddenly, Ultraman and Ultramans Tiga, Jinga, and Blazer arrive to aid Arc, as the five take down the two beasts before extracting and destroying Mazdazar's purple cloak, the source of making magic cards and wishes, with their finishers, resulting in the criminal to be shrunk. The five Ultramen then leave the space, marking the second appearance of an Ultraman saving Paris. After the heroes, sans the Tendoly Spies, de-transformed, Barry from World teleports to Paris as his agents arrest Mazdazar, who is wanted for causing pain and suffering across the universe by their magic cards and wishes. Jerry, from Whoop, also arrives by using a teleportation device to get the Tendoly Spies back to where they tried to stop the criminal thereafter. As the girls notice that Jerry and Barry look identical and wonder if they're twins, but the two gentlemen explain that they're born from different worlds, which astonishes the heroes. This gets more intense when the gray-haired boy starts to turn back into a ferret, which was Tard this whole time, as Mallow was surprised that the boy who fell in love with her was a ferret, who reveals that he wishes to become a human and a Kamen Rider after the four Tendoly Spies transform into riders and aid Soji to battle against fake Coberton back from the Herolympics investigation. Barry congratulates the Tendoly Spies on the job well done, as Clover hears this and is jealous and mad over the Tendoly Spies plagiarizing the Tendoly Spies name to them. As a result of the conflict, Rita points their Azure caliber at the Cosmic Fury Rangers, and tells them they will be under arrest for taking the visor designs of the Kishire Sentai soldiers. The Rangers explain to them and other heroes of Japan that they are the Super Sentai counterparts known as Power Rangers from the United States of America, as they want to learn about their Japanese counterparts, but didn't expect to meet with the Kamen Riders and Pretty Cures as a result. After that, Mallow meets with Marinade Squammy, Tiki, just before meeting Candy, Paquarin, and True, as she was surprised that they, including Tart, are not Poke Monday. Mallow then turns to see Mayu behind her, as she is frightened by the five Gachitsos being close to her. Popingami, Zakazakichup, Marumilo, Gurukin, and Chokoden, which Mallow reminds Mayu of Lily, as Shumi apologizes to Mayu, and explains that the Gachitsos are his belongings created from eating sweets and snacks, which he really loves. Mallow tells Shumi that eating a lot of sweets and snacks could make him sick, and explains that he should try something new when going to restaurants and that Mallow is a chef working at her family restaurant, making Shumi wanting to go there and try out their food. Just then, Bundorio Bungers arrives in Paris to tell Aishiro, who's still depressed that he can't get his Boon Blue 007 power-up form, along with the other Kamen Riders, Super Sentai, and Pretty Cure members the big news. After the conversation, Mallow reminds Bundorio and Candy sounded like Ash Ketchum and his Pikachu respectively. Barry and Jerry use their teleportation devices to send Marinade, Mallow, and the Tendoly Spies back to their home worlds. Before that, Mallow sends Tard a kiss, making him fall in love even more. The Tendoly Spies and Candy did the same as they returned to Japan, while Rita returns to Chikyu. The Kira Cures take the Cosmic Fury Rangers and show them to Kira Patisserie as a celebration, while the Minamoto sisters went back to the park to find their cousin, Alexander, alright now that the real human arms and legs that suffer him are gone. When Aishiro and Bundorio teleported back to the Boon Boomers base, the team is holding a mysterious letter. So did the wonderful Pretty Cure, Yuki, and Satoru after Mayu teleported back to her house in Animal Town. Aishiro and Mayu look at the letters, and find out that the Herolympics will be held, but this time, created by Kamen Rider Ikigo, a Ranger, and the Futariwa Pretty Cures Black and White, much to the recent heroes, along with the other riders, Sentai and Cure Team's surprise and amazement. Marinade returns to her homeworld in Paris, as her best friend, Alice's heir, spots and hugs her, as Alia explains that she tried to find Marinade everywhere since an akumatized villain teleported her to an unknown location, as Marinade needs to help Cat Noir, transforming into Ladybug, and goes out to aid him. Meanwhile, at the Alola region in the world of Pokemon, Mallow returns to her bedroom at Hana's kitchen, where her Pokemon, Zarina, is sleeping peacefully, just as Mallow's father, Abe, who has finished washing the dishes and closing the restaurant, enters the room and sees that she's still getting ready for bed after being in the bathroom for like 10 minutes, which Mallow happily says that there was something she had to check first, as she hugs her father. Meanwhile, at Beverly Hills High School, Clover is still jealous over the Tendoly Spies for stealing their team name, as she wants to face them someday so that the girls will become the best spies ever, as Sam and Alex tried to reason with her. However, Clover sees a handsome boy and is in love, but finds out that he's with Mandy, the girl's enemy and the school's queen bee, as she tells Clover that she found him first and that Clover and her friends would never become popular, making Clover upset, while the two girls sigh and tried to calm her down. Outside of the miraculous Pokemon, Tendoly Spies, and the main Earth, the four Ultramen look at the four worlds in peace before returning to their homeworld in a galaxy far, far away. Back in Paris by the next day, Yuma Hayes is patrolling around Paris to see everyone feeling fine and returning to normal after what happened yesterday, now that the Paralympics can go on, as he encounters Shuma, who accidentally bumps into him because of the snacks and sweets from the pastry shop that he's carrying. After their introduction, Shuma and Yuma notice an invitation that the three hero teams got, as Shuma was happy to find out that he will be joining the Super Herolympics as a special participant, as Yuma, who was surprised that Shuma is a Kamen rider, wishes him good luck, as the latter transforms into Gav and races to where the games are held, just before Yuma returns to his homeworld after the patrol, as he wants to learn about and team up with the Kamen riders, Super Sentai, and Pretty Cures since fake Coberton's invasion on the Olympic Games. The Super Herolympics Stadium takes place above the Sea of Japan, starting the opening ceremony with a parade of athletes, showing the athletic Kamen riders, Super Sentai, and Pretty Cures, along with their allies, while the others watch from the bleachers. After many speeches, the four creators open the Super Herolympic Games as the first Super Herolympiad. The scene ends with Shoma lighting up the Olympic flame, starting the Super Herolympics.